Today I'm going to be making a barricade. This was inspired by seeing one of Bill Terrainoholic's videos. I love your videos, Bill, they are fantastic. So you've inspired me to build a barricade, so this is my attempt at it today. What I'm going to be using to build this barricade is hot glue gun, craft blade for doing the work. Please be careful, hot glue guns are very hot, you could get seriously burned. If you're young, get an adult to help you. Same with a craft knife, you could easily cut yourself. If you don't know what you're doing, get an adult to help you. Other thing we'll be using are coffee stirrers and cocktail sticks. So simple ingredients, nice few numbers of things and cheap. I've taken some coffee stirrers and cut them down to size with the craft knife. I've chosen around about 5 centimetres, it doesn't really matter, you can choose your own sizes. Just take a note of what it is so you can make them all roughly the same size. You'll need 8 pieces of one short length. That's what we're going to be aiming to create a mirror image so that we've got 2 side pieces for the barricade. So we'll take your first piece, we're wanting to glue it along the bottom, roughly like that. We're wanting to do it in mirror image to the other one, so we'll take it on that side and glue it approximately, well, there's no approximately, you can measure, if you've done one you can measure the other one up against it. It saves worrying too heavily the second time round. So dot of glue from your hot glue gun, careful as I say, hot. And oops, I've done it the wrong way around. See, sometimes it's useful to keep an eye on what you're doing because it's easy to make mistakes. Leave a bit jutting out at the end. So we're going to do that, leave a nice even gap between the two. Use your ruler if you want. Once you've done one, measure it off against the other and so you know what you're looking at. Blob of glue again and evenly place piece on, and the same with the third one. Dot of glue. So that's your first 8 pieces of coffee stir, which will make the edges of your barricade. Right, just trimming some of the edges of the hot glue off once it's cooled, just to neaten up the edges. Yet again, just be careful, blades are sharp and the hot glue sticks heavy. So just taking and just cleaning up the edges and removing some of the pieces of hot glue. Well, now cold hot glue, if you know what I mean. It is quite tough, it might take a wee second to do, but you don't have to remove it, but for neatness and prettiness it always, you know, makes it easier to paint if there's not wedges of glue stuck out into the model. So this is something you could easily use for lots of different armies and lots of different games. You could use it for War Machine, you could use it for Warhammer 40k. You know, if you've got orcs or, you know, either fantasy or 40k, it'd be great. You can jumble it up a bit, put some spiky bits on it. It's quite a versatile wee piece, could be used for lots of different things. Use it for hordes, whatever, you know, depending on what your army is. Have a free range. Paint it up to match army colours. Play about with it. And just neatened up and cleaned up a wee bit. Next step is to take 2 longer pieces of coffee stirrer and take your bottom edge of your barricades, turn them so they're both mirroring each other, and you wish to lay that so it's touching the bottom corner of your barricade and the top of your post. You want to glue that in place like so, and follow the line up with a bit of glue on those to help support it. And lay in position. Doesn't matter necessarily about the size, cut it down a wee bit, but you can trim up the edges with a craft blade. Quite simply. Just follow your edge there and just cut it down through. Coffee stirrers do cut quite easily, cut a wee bit and then it's easy enough just to take the edge away and finish it off. And do the same with the bottom to neaten it up. Do the same with the other one. Stick your glue in your bottom corner and your top corner. With a glue gun you get a little sort of spider web across it so you can see roughly where you want to put your glue for the other ones quite easily. And lay in place and hold until it sets. Try not to get hot glue on your fingers because it does burn a little. Same idea again, go back and trim off your edges. Easier to do it on the mat than in the air. Usually is, mind you. Try the other edge first. Edge in place, give it a wee snap, snaps off easily. And follow your bottom edge. And just tidy those up for a start, and back in a wee minute. Next thing we want to do is to take your diagonal edge and neaten up by trimming off your edges. Just follow through with your craft knife. Bigger bits will break away quite easily with a light cut, and then it's just a matter of tidying them up. Smaller bits you may need to put in a wee bit more effort just to cut through. Maybe use a pair of tweezers. Used a pair of tweezers, by the way, to get some of the spidery bits of the glue gun away from the edges. Just tidy those up so you've got a neat diagonal. We want to leave these bits on at the back just now, and just repeat it with your other one on the diagonal line again, and just keep it. Follow your line of your piece underneath. One at the front's not too bad. Light cut just to score the edge and it breaks away quite easily again. And I'll keep those bits and you can see where we're beginning to get the position idea and where we're going to place the front of our barricade with our spikes. Right, next thing you want to do is take some of the coffee stirrers, mark it off in some nice even sections, round about ½ an inch, 1.5 centimetres ish. Bit bigger, bit smaller won't make much of a difference, but once you've done one you can take and mark them off against each other anyway. So just roughly so that they're all round about the same distance apart. You're also wanting to take some cocktail sticks, chop off the tips, you'll get 2 from each end. You'll need 1 spike for each section marked. Next thing you're wanting to do is take and drill holes where you've marked off your little sections on your coffee stirrers. I'm going to use the Dremel. You can also use one of these, wee pin vise. It will take one hell of a lot longer, but it's just as good, just as effective as a result. Just when you're drilling the holes, be careful not to put down too much weight onto the coffee stirrer or you'll split it. So what we want is for it to turn as fast as we can, with as little weight as possible, just enough to take it slowly and smoothly through it without cracking the cocktails or the coffee stirrer. Bit of noise now. First one done, nice series of holes. I'll do the rest of them and see you back in a minute. Right, that's the drilling done. Take these off and let you see what we've produced. When using a drill of any sort, you're as well pinning down something onto a wee block of wood. Don't need an expensive vise, just using wee small clamps, very cheap. Wee off-cut of wood, just as easy to use, but so you're not drilling into your workbench, whatever. But nice and simple, holes ready, nicely sized. Just make sure your drill bit matches the depth of your cocktail sticks so your cocktail sticks fit in it just nicely. Now for the fun bit. Right, there's a completed coffee stirrers with some nice holes put in them, ready for placement of spikes. Right, now to put the spikes in place. Hot glue gun. Hot, be very, very careful. Glue into the hole. Take your spike, push your spike down into the hole and let the glue set. Now what you want to do is just keep doing that as you go along, inserting the spikes. I'll keep doing this and we'll see you back when we're done.